What up, world? It's Ware 18 back at it again. Welcome to episode 65. Um, Thank you for all of new subscribers. Hope you liked the video. Hope you enjoy my other content. Go back and watch the other videos. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Um, Welcome to all the people who's been with me since the beginning. Thank you for continuing to watch my videos. I appreciate you guys. Continue to comment. Check me out on TikTok. I got TikTok. It's just all shorts. So if you like shorter content, check me out on TikTok. Same tagline, Ware 18. Today's episode, like I said, is 65. The topic today is top 5 actors who played real people in roles. Like I've said before, I love movies. I love talking about movies. I love going to the movies. I love watching movies, like all genres of movies. But there's been several movies that came out where actors have portrayed real people. And there's my top 5. And I got some honorable mentions also. So my number 5 movie is going to be Social Network, Jesse Eisenberg playing Mark Zuckerberg. This is a real good movie, actually. Jesse Eisenberg is a decent actor, but in this role, he really did a good job. He played, from all accounts, the role he was portraying as Mark Zuckerberg was 100% true. He had all his mannerisms. He talked like him. He was a dick like him. The movie was real good too. It showed people how Facebook started and how Jesse Eisenberg took that idea and made it into a phenomenon, which is still around today. At first, it was MySpace at first, and he just expanded on MySpace and just made it better. But Jesse Eisenberg did a good job portraying him. He did a good job with the acting, and it's an overall great movie. So Jesse Eisenberg is my number 5. He's not one of the greatest actors, but in that role, it fit him well. My number 4 is going to be Tom Hanks as Mr. Rogers, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. I grew up watching Mr. Rogers. It was just a show on PBS that I used to watch damn near every day. It wasn't even a cartoon. They had their like puppets or whatever. But like I said, Mr. Rogers was a great show on PBS. It taught a lot of people a lot of kids how to be respectful. And I guess he was a super Christian too. So he had his values, and Mr. Rogers in general was just a good man with great values. And he taught a lot of young kids like me how to be respectful and how to, he taught us different learning things and all this other kind of stuff. And Tom Hanks, being an actor that he was, he portrayed this role very well. He was very good in this role. You couldn't really tell a difference between Mr. Rogers and him if you were watching them side by side. He did a fantastic job, but of course he did a good job. As Tom Hanks is one of the greatest actors of our time. The movie was thoroughly enjoyable. Took me back to my childhood. And Tom Hanks did a great job, so that's gonna be my number 4. My number 3 is going to be Jamie Foxx's Ray. Now, I love musicals. There's a lot of music cues in this movie. Jamie Foxx was unbelievable as Ray. I've seen Ray growing up. I saw him on commercials and stuff like that. So he portrayed Ray in a very good light. Even Ray Charles, before he died, said that he picked the perfect person to play him. He did a fantastic job. You totally believed him as Ray Charles. You believed him as being a blind man. He put a lot of work into this role. Like I said, I met Jamie Foxx before, and he was a dick. But in this role, it was before he actually won an Oscar for this too. So he did a good job. He did a good job in his role as Ray. He really brought out what Ray Charles was and what he did. He showed how he did the drugs, and it was well acted, and it looked like he did a lot of research in covering Ray Charles. So Jamie Foxx's Ray, of course, he won an Academy Award, like I said. It's my number 3. My next one, I also won an Academy Award. It's going to be Rami Malek as Freddie Mercury, Bohemian Rhapsody. I actually went to the movie theaters to see this when it first came out. I wasn't a big Queen fan, but I knew the story of Freddie Mercury or whatever, so I wanted to see it. And they watered the movie down a little bit, but it was still a good watch. The music was fantastic. Totally recommend it. Rami Malek did a fantastic job as Freddie Mercury, even though they cut out a lot of the salacious scenes or whatever, or they didn't put any salacious scenes or whatever. But they really showed the type of person he was, the type of singer he was, and how they started this the group Queen, and it was a real good movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought he did a good job, and I think he deserved the Oscar that he eventually won. So good job by Rami Malek. He's my number two, and of course, my number one is gonna be my favorite actor of all time, Denzel Washington, for Malcolm X. He should have won an Oscar for this role. He looked like Malcolm X. Like watching him and then watching Malcolm X side by side, he took this role and took it to a different level. The year he got nominated for an Oscar, Al Pacino won for Sin of a Woman, which nobody remembers. That movie was not good. It shouldn't have won an Oscar. It was a payback Oscar for him not winning an Oscar for Scarface. It's bullshit. Denzel, and they wanted the Academy didn't like Spike Lee, so they took it out on Denzel Washington, and he didn't win Best Actor that year. There's no fucking way he shouldn't have won that Best Actor. Nobody remembers Sin of a Woman. Everybody remembers Malcolm X and the role he did. It was a beautiful role. He played Malcolm X to a T. It was fantastic movie. I still watch that movie to the day because it's such a great movie. It's such a learning experience too. You learn a lot about Malcolm X, what he stood for, what he fought for, how he came up, and all that. Great movie. Malcolm X is my number one. So again, my top five is going to be Jesse Eisenberg as Mark Zuckerberg, Tom Hanks as Mr. Rogers, Jamie Foxx as Ray Charles, Rami Malek as Freddie Mercury, and of course, the great Denzel Washington as Malcolm X. Great movie. Those are my top five actors playing real people. My honorable mention, I wish I would have got this on this, Daniel Day-Lewis as Abraham Lincoln. He didn't make my list because at the end of the movie, they didn't even show Lincoln getting killed. They just showed, it just cut to black screen or whatever. But he did a fantastic job of playing Abraham Lincoln. He's one of the best actors of our time. Also, Daniel Day-Lewis. Margot Robbie as Tanya Harding in I, Tonya. She was fantastic in that movie. You can even believe that she was a skater. It was amazing. Great movie, Margot Robbie. And I knew the Tanya Harding story from growing up. So it was a good watch. Austin Butler as Elvis. I didn't know I was going to like this movie. The movie was like 2 hours long, maybe almost 3 hours. And it was a great story, telling of the Elvis story. Austin Butler did fantastic portraying Elvis. So that was a good movie. Will Smith as Ali, good movie. He did a good job of playing Ali. Robert Downey Jr. as Charlie Chaplin. I think he won an Oscar for this role too, and he was fantastic in the role. You totally believe he was Charlie Chaplin. And the last one I'm going to put as honorable mention is Joe Pesci as Tommy DeSimone from Goodfellas. From what was told, Henry Hill described this Tommy kid as exactly how Joe Pesci played him, except I guess the Tommy kid was a lot taller than Joe Pesci, but the way he played him, he said he was dead on perfect. That was the type of person he was, and that's horrifying to know that a person would be like that. So my honorable mention is going to be Daniel Day-Lewis as Abraham Lincoln, Margot Robbie as Tanya Harding, Austin Butler as Elvis Presley, Will Smith as Ali, Robert Downey Jr. as Charlie Chaplin, and Joe Pesci as Tommy DeSimone from Goodfellas. That's all I got for this episode. Hope you enjoy it. What's your top five actors that played real life people? Let me know in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching. You could have been on anybody else's channel and decided to watch mine, and I truly appreciate it. I will get at you guys on the next one. Have a good one. Later.